huge leak by the Memeland team, Marvel Studios founder to launch an NFT collection, and will AI agents change gaming forever? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crypto Gorilla YouTube channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at what's going on in the market, starting with some Memeland speculation. As usual, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It is just my opinion. And if you enjoy this kind of content, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? So we finally got a few hints about the art reveal for Memeland's Captainz. About a week ago, we got this poll asking which name fits best. I personally wish that trait crates was part of this list. I think it sounds the smoothest, but it does seem like Memeland is headed in the direction of custom PFPs for their Captainz. Now, although a lot of this is still speculation, it was partially confirmed by Char in this leaked message out of the private MVP chat. Char, of course, being one of the most recent additions to the Memeland team. Now, when I first saw the poll, I'll admit I wasn't sure how I felt about it. However, the more I thought about it, the more I liked it. So let's go over what this means for Memeland, starting with a bit of assumptions. I'm going to assume that all of the base Captainz are going to look exactly the same based on their type. So all the humans are going to look like other humans, all the sharks like sharks, and so on. And that the reveal won't be the typical one-time grand reveal. Instead, every captain is going to be given by default one trait pack, where they can decide if they want to open it or leave it closed for the moment. And should they choose to open it, they're going to receive different traits, and they're going to be able to choose which ones they want to equip. Now, I believe eventually we will be able to purchase more trait packs, I guess in meme coin. So either we have to wait for meme coin to come out in order to do this, or maybe for the time being they're going to be available in Ethereum, or perhaps we will be able to trade in items for trait packs, which would finally explain the utility of valuables, which are of course produced by staking a potato. Now, if they do let us trade in our valuables or maybe even maps for trait packs, I assume they're going to be burnt similar to how Valhalla does it with their armory token. However, I do not believe it's going to work like Valhalla, where in that moment you have to choose which trait you want and the rest just disappear. Here I believe you're going to be able to swap out which traits you want to use, and the rest are going to be in your inventory. Now, something Char says in these leaked messages is that rare traits are going to be tradable on the secondary market, so not every single trait is going to be a tradable NFT, which means in order to get the less rare traits, you're going to need to find a captain on the secondary market that has the trait already equipped by that captain, and then you're going to be able to have access to that trait. However, if you want something more rare, let's say a golden hoodie, if we're using Azuki as an example, you are going to be able to buy it in a separate collection rather than having to buy it combined with a captain. Now, this method does a couple of things. First off, it's going to relieve pressure off the floor in terms of ugly NFTs. I'm sure a majority of us have been through the experience where we're shopping for an NFT and everything on the floor looks really bad, or you want a specific trait like a CryptoPunk with a hoodie. However, all of the hoodies available are really ugly. So here you're able to just buy a hoodie off of the floor and equip it to your captain and then dump that other captain, or you can try your luck in the trait boxes. Now, the other thing this does is it unlocks a ton of liquidity, especially for rare pieces. Let's once again use Azuki as an example. Let's say you have a Spirit Azuki with a golden hoodie. It's potentially really difficult to find a buyer who is willing to spend money both on a spirit and that extra money on the golden hoodie. However, in the case for Captainz, you're going to be able to decouple the two and sell them individually, so it's much easier to sell them, especially if you need liquid fast. You don't have to dump your spirit, you can just separate the traits and then dump the hoodie, make some extra liquid, and keep your spirit, which in the case of Azuki spirits, a lot of the holders use it as their brand on Twitter, so they're saving themselves from having to damage their brand reputation by dumping their spirit. Now, Char also confirmed that no two people can have the same trait combo, which makes perfect sense in the world of NFTs. So if you have a combo that you like and then you want to try something else out for a week, ideally you have a second captain so you don't lose your combo. Now, the thing that I am most bullish about with all these custom NFT announcements is the creators economy. If we look at all the speculation around brand deals when it comes to Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, this makes perfect sense with custom traits. Memeland is going to be able to collab with brands, allow them to make traits that are going to be part of the collection and then put them in their trait packs. Maybe it's even going to be themed trait packs where you have a chance at getting the Dragon Ball hair, similar to a loot crate. Or if you take Pokemon cards for an example, they have the jungle packs, they have the water packs, and ideally they make these only available for a limited time, similar to seasons in a video game. Now, the other thing they could do is collaborate with major artists, as well as allow their community members to create traits, where they can even hold art contests, and then the community votes on what the best traits are. They add them to the collection, and the creators are rewarded either in meme coin or in secondary royalties every time there is a sale on the trait they created. And I have no doubt there is going to be a ton of demand for this. We're already seeing a ton of creations being made by the Memeland community, and people are paying money to have these made if they're not artists. So if people are willing to pay for custom pieces that aren't official NFTs, I think it's safe to assume that they will be willing to pay for traits. Now, market-wise, the Memeland ecosystem has been performing very well despite market conditions. Most NFT collections have been staying at their same US dollar value, meaning while in US dollars they're pretty stable. In terms of Ethereum, they are going down in value since Ethereum has been spiking. So it's great to see this collection go up while the rest of the market is going down. The only other collection that I see performing really well in these conditions has been Azuki. Now, of course, a lot of this does have to do with the speculation with their upcoming Las Vegas event, which allegedly will have a bigger moment than the check your wallets moment at their last major event, where they airdropped all holders 2 beans, which had a floor value at the time of 3 Ethereum and a ceiling of 7 Ethereum. So they essentially handed their holders tens of thousands of dollars. And the funny thing is, normally after an airdrop or a big event, the floor price goes down. However, after this, Azuki went on a legendary run from 16 ETH all the way up to 32 Ethereum. Now, I still have no idea what the announcement could be. Perhaps they're going to announce their very own anime series or a video game based on Illumia, or perhaps a token for all their holders, similar to how Yuga Labs handed out ApeCoin to all of their holders. But if we take a look at the floor, it's doing really well. It's about to break over 16 Ethereum. So this is one I have been keeping an eye on. I currently have no exposure to Azuki. They just announced tickets for the event, and if you hold an Azuki, you do get a guaranteed spot. So I assume the odds are pretty good that we do see a slight dip between now and the event, since the event is only in June. Next up is a project that was just put on my radar thanks to my collab manager LTR, which is Ekos Genesis. Now, on their Twitter, they're claiming this is by the founder of Marvel Studios, which is the film and television production side of Marvel Comics. Now, if you look in this trailer that was posted yesterday on their Twitter, you can see it says David Maisel, who is the founder of Marvel Studios, as well as 2 artists, Michael Turner and Peter Steigerwald, who has worked for both Marvel and DC. However, if you look at the art that is featured in this trailer, it does remind me a lot of Michael Turner's work with his Soulfire comic book, if you compare them side by side. So there isn't too much info available on this project just yet. However, they mention on their Twitter things are changing, and they do mention a date here, April 24th, which is less than 1 week away. Now, other than that, the NFT market is quite dry. People only really seem excited about like Pepe projects or gaming projects, for which I recently made a video about the top 20 upcoming games that have mints, a majority of which are still available to get whitelisted for. I'm going to link that in the description down below if you want to check it out after this video. But like I said, other than that, NFTs have been relatively slow, which makes sense. The market moves in waves. We can't always have insane volume in NFTs. And right now with crypto pumping, there is a ton of attention on crypto, on altcoins. A lot of people are saying it's altcoin season, but I believe this is just part of the cycles, and eventually volume will return into NFTs. Now, there is one story I wanted to talk about outside of the world of Web3. It has to do with artificial intelligence, and that is the top 5 ways that you can make $50,000 per week. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's very cliche for content creators to start talking about AI. However, I did fall in a rabbit hole of AI over the weekend, specifically Auto-GPT and AI agents, and the possibilities for the future are insane, some of them very scary. However, what I wanted to talk about today is what this is going to unlock for gaming. So AI agents are programs that use artificial intelligence algorithms algorithms to perform tasks autonomously using real-time data. So unlike ChatGPT, where you have to enter one command at a time and steer the direction of the AI agent takes over and is able to make decisions based on its environment and learn from its experiences. So in order to learn from this, a group of researchers took 25 of these AI agents and threw them in a virtual village called Smallville. Now, what they observed is that the AI agents were talking to each other about other agents, and their opinions and relationships would change based on their experiences with other agents. So they essentially had memories and were making decisions based on those memories. And they would even throw events. One of the agents threw a Valentine's Day party where some of the agents heard about it. They went to tell other agents, and then some of them either said they were too busy and some just decided not to attend because they didn't feel like it. So I'm not going to get into the whole danger or ethical side of humans essentially have created their own matrix, or like the first version of Westworld. What I want to talk about today is how this is going to affect gaming. Now, I was already really excited about ChatGPT because if you've ever played a game and you've done a mission with an NPC and that NPC repeated the same lines of dialogue over and over, that really removes you from the immersive experience and you realize this is just a program that somebody wrote a couple of lines for and they put it in the game. However, with ChatGPT, the NPC would be able to come up with different dialogues on the fly. Now, if we take AI agents and we throw them into the mix, the NPCs are going to have different opinions, therefore different dialogues about what's going on in the world in real time. So essentially, if an NPC dies in a village, or if somebody robs a store, or maybe if a player who was at the top of the leaderboard visits that village, the NPCs are going to be going around gossiping and talking to each other about real players in that game. So every single player's experience in a game is going to be entirely unique based on how the NPCs are treating them and treating other players. So this really excites me both as a gamer because the possibilities for gaming are just going to be endless. Every single time you play, you can have a brand new experience. However, also as an investor, because I believe gaming is going to be an even bigger sector than we once predicted. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching the Crypto Gorilla. Peace.